These guys are owed nothing. 11/25, June 4th. Yeah, these guys are owed nothing. Why would they be owed anything for the fruits of my labor? As I was saying in the shower, I was check authentic telepathy. I've been working for myself, being paid nothing, and basically doing more work than law enforcement. Some law enforcement agents have been doing related to terrorism and related to what I'm a victim of for 6 years and 7 months. 15 to 17 hours a day, I'm sitting here collecting data, analyzing, distributing information, reporting it, analyzing information, tipping off law enforcement, giving law enforcement key analysis about their strategies, their tactics, key countermeasures to their tactics, key analysis of the tech they're using, and even creating ideas and solutions to their technology that threatens the globe. I've even also been making ideas for businesses and governments and solutions to their infiltration tactics and other tactics. I've basically been doing work for the whole globe to a degree about this global terrorist agenda, teaching them about their hand tying tactics, their betting manipulation tactics for terrorist financing, teaching them about their implantation tactics, concerns, worries, and threats related to implantation, teaching them about their witness tampering tactics from drugging to their implantable devices, teaching them ways to combat and countermeasures to their implantation tactics. Then I also been making my music, my raps, and these guys I basically have been working 6 years and 7 months, 15 to 17 hours a day, even on the weekends. These guys owe me my money. They've committed severe crimes. They've stolen trillions of dollars. They have no right to steal from me. These people who are pretending to contribute to my efforts are owed nothing. They literally contributed nothing. They aren't owed for my data. They aren't owed for my ideas. They definitely aren't owed for my letters. They aren't owed for any of my contributions to humanity, like exposing this global terrorist agenda, exposing New Age mind slavery, exposing implantation and satellite terrorism. They aren't owed for my methods of analysis 3, my methods of analysis new additions. They aren't owed for any of my DOJ letters. They are not owed for any of these 128 to 130 components of these key reasons. I think this is a global terrorist agenda, or any of the information in those 1,000-page documents. They aren't owed for my key info about this global terrorist agenda document. That's the compiled version. They aren't owed for anything. They aren't owed for my 2,000 letters. They aren't owed for my analysis about these human programmers and human programming. They aren't owed for me exposing these terrorist tactics involving financial crimes and their tactics for financial crimes with this human programming. They aren't owed money for me exposing their betting manipulation tactics involving implantation, implantable devices, involving neuromodulation. They aren't owed for me exposing their tactics for throwing off these neurophysiological cue monitoring systems with their jazz. These people are pretending to contribute, but these people are really committing these crimes on me and using them to frame and steal from me in different parts of the country. And I'm just analyzing them and calling them out, and then they're pretending to teach me, but they're really stealing money and trying to frame me. So that's their disguise. They're teaching me, but they're really using the tactics on me, and I'm doing the analysis myself. Some people have said some stuff to me, like this 3D overlay thing. They said that to me, and there's some little help here and there. But the majority of the efforts, the majority of the work comes from me. And yeah, they would be owed nothing. And not to mention these people who have been telling me weird shit like the word 3D overlay. They were sentenced to Illuminati penances because they stole shit tons of money and committed severe crimes. There's some of the reason this device is in my brain, and there are some of the reasons why I have all these devices in my brain: heart, lungs, and genitals, trachea, peripheral nervous system, and more. So these kids were sentenced to Illuminati penances and were supposed to go to prison, whoever these people are. That's a key point. A lot of these people got caught doing highly illegal shit in 2016 when I lived in New York that I didn't even know about. And they all got caught, amongst others, and they were sentenced to what they call Illuminati penances. So they're not owed anything. They were sentenced because they're also stealing money, committing slander, and played a role in destroying my med school career. So don't fall for bullshit. But they contributed nothing. And yeah, I'm literally doing 15 to 17 hours a day for 6 years and 7 months daily, even on vacation, from debating with these people to analyzing these people, collecting information, analyzing the information I collect, analyzing the illegal technology I'm a victim of, implantation, implantable devices, radiation weapons. I'm creating solutions and ways to combat this technology and sending it to the government. So who are these people who are pretending to contribute and thinking they're owed money for the fruits of my labor? This is a load of shit. These people are practicing slavery, they're practicing sexual slavery, they're committing exploitation, they're even stealing material I make for myself, and it's not even material, it's just me talking, and then they pretend the weird and goofy and funny things I say they said and are actually even stealing money for what they call material. Then others who are trying to murder me, who sit around stalking me and assaulting me all day, pretend they're my PR campaign managers and fame coaches, but they're really just stealing IP and data and stealing my information and pretending to contribute. So who are these pretender contributors hiring themselves and stealing money? And why aren't they all in prison? They've stolen so much money, it's scary, and contributed nothing but negativity, hate, and endangered my fucking life, and continue to. And if they were helping, why do they lie to my parents and tell them I'm not the implanted guy? Why do they lie to my parents and tell them I'm psychotic? If they were helping, why do they pretend my letters are theirs? Why do they pretend my ideas are theirs? Why are they lying to the government about key information related to implantation and terrorism? Why do they lie and say they're the victims of the human programming experiments when I really am, which is involving synthetic telepathy, psychic driving, neuromodulation, neurosurgeries, implantable devices that are operating in general areas and specific areas of the nervous system? The general have a larger control on the nervous system. The specific are a smaller region of the nervous system with smaller control, with more specific inhibition or excitation. So, these guys are full of shit and literally contributed nothing but endangering my life and making my life more difficult, and are also slandering me, manufacturing evidence. And then they're even lying to people I know, telling people I'm psychotic, and even trying to cultivate animosity between people I know and even my family, and then pretending to contribute stuff they don't contribute. If they're trying to help me, why are they always trying to make me look psychotic to my family? Why are they always trying to contribute, create animosity cultivation between me and my family? Why are they giving my family disinformation about me if they're on my team or trying to help? They're not. They're stealing, and then they're stealing my data and pretending the efforts I put into this are their efforts, and they're pretending the fruits of my labor are their fruits. Or they're pretending my efforts are their efforts, and they are pretending they're owed the fruits of my labor. They can eat shit. It's the fruits of my labor, and they're owed nothing for my labor. I'm owed the fruits. I'm owed all the fruits. And yeah, I don't know what they're fucking lying about. I literally sat here for 6 years and 7 months hearing this telepathy shit against my will. I didn't even know no one even told me to log anything. No one told me to analyze anything. I just started hearing voices and was wondering what the fuck is going on. And it was literally like 17 hours worth of data a day. Sometimes I'd wake up and there would still be data be flowing. No one told me to log anything. No one told me to report anything. I was just analyzing this shit. I said, these guys are fucking crazy. And I started reporting shit because I could tell there was something weird. And then the way I knew it was terrorism is they actually tried to lure me somewhere to get trained with this tech, this mind-melding tech and implantation tech, and I could tell they were terrorists. I could tell they were mentally disturbed. I could tell they had no respect for human life. I could tell they were 1,000% grade A Nazi oppressors, thieves, murderers, luring killers, framers, blackmailers, and threats to mankind. They're owed nothing for the fruits of my labor. They're owed no fruits of my labor, and they are owed nothing for my efforts. They actually owe me money for all the crimes they've committed, all the slander they committed. All their manufacturing evidence isn't just multiple life sentences in prison. It's also slander. And they're also performing evidence manufacturing for terrorists and trying to aid and abet terrorists. They are owed prison, and I'm owed every cent these motherfuckers have. Praise Jesus.